You get everybody staring for days. All they see is just a young pretty face, but I'm trying to get to know you much better. Don't matter how much time it.
So I'm going to do half face with a brush and half without a brush or using a sponge. Now, as always, I'm going to prime my face with the L'Oreal Pore Refining Primer, and I'm going to prime both sides of my face. I don't really want to test this without a primer because I would recommend wearing a primer or at least a moisturizer under this foundation. Can I call it a foundation? I think I can. Or should I call it a tinted skin veil? Well, whatever. It sounds bougie, but it's actually basically a foundation. So let's get into this. We've wasted a lot of time already. So going in with my primer, one pump as always. So the primer is in, and now I'm just going to go in with the foundation. Now, before I start applying it, you're going to see it extremely golden and deep on my skin tone. That is because this, even though it's a really good one, they only offer like 12 shades and not enough undertones. Even though I'm medium, I found it very difficult to choose between the number 5, which is I think beige camel, and number 6, which is golden camel. Now, beige camel was not neutral, it was cool, so it was making my skin look very ashy, and so I decided to go in with golden camel because I thought a little bit of golden or warmth would probably make the skin look a little more like my skin. But this turned out to be a little too golden. So I think what I have to do is, even though the foundation retails for $13, I will probably have to get 2 of them, which is a $26, still saving a lot on your average price of foundation. So I'll have to get 2 of these and mix them in to hit my right skin tone. So I'm really disappointed with the shade range, quite honestly, because NYX introduced 50 shades on the Can't Stop Won't Stop. Why not at least 20 on this? Anyway, so like I will just shake this foundation. It doesn't say you have to shake it, but I just like to shake it. It's a really nice tube. You get about 27 ml in it. It's very good for traveling because it'll fit into any kind of makeup bag. It has also a pointy dispenser, you can say. This is very similar to any kind of SPF or moisturizer you're used to, so you just draw on your face with it, so it's pretty nifty. I like that. So let's now go in and actually apply this, shall we? Okay, while I was talking, I completely forgot that I'm supposed to do one side with a brush and one side with a sponge, but I put on the foundation on either sides. But still, I'm gonna try to keep up with that promise. I mean, it doesn't look as golden on camera as it does in person. I definitely get a yellow tinge on my face, and this does oxidize, mind you. I've seen that happen yesterday, and it does oxidize to a little bit. But anyway, I think this has applied really well with a brush. But I think with a brush you need to use less product, as is with every foundation that you go in, because when you're using a sponge, the sponge kind of soaks up a little bit as well. So with a brush, it has applied really well. It has not settled into any weird places or dry skin. I actually don't have dry skin. It's not covered my beauty spots, but it has given me an even skin tone, so that is pretty cool. Yeah, and my pores don't look that prominent, but then that's because I have probably used a pore refining primer. Now the other side, I'm going to go in with a blending sponge. This is my beauty blender. All the way down to my neck, because I always match my foundation to my neck so that I don't have to blend it all the way down. but this doesn't, so I need to take it to my ears and my neck, as you should do with every foundation, but I'm kind of lazy. I don't know, I mean, I really admire people who have the time to blend their foundation all the way down to their neck. I'm just not made for that. But that's the color range. Hey, what you're gonna do, they introduced such a lovely foundation because it's wearing really well. It's settled in. It's a bit luminous, as you can see, but it's not like shiny, glowy. I don't think I need to use a lot of highlighter on top of this, but yeah, I think for a daily wear, skin does look like skin and not like something you're wearing. I mean, because of the skin tone, because of the color, you can tell that I'm wearing a foundation. But if I had an exact match, I don't think I would have that problem. Today I decided to go in with the Too Faced Multi Sculpting Concealer. I haven't used this one for a really long time, so I was like, why not? And because skin is looking like skin, I don't want to go in ham with the concealer, so I'm just gonna keep it minimal. I know this doesn't look like minimal. So the concealer has gone on really well onto this foundation, which I'm really happy about. It looks very seamless, it looks very skin-like. So I'm gonna do the rest of my face off camera, and we're gonna come back for my final thoughts on this foundation or tinted skin veil, if you'll have it. And yeah, so see you on the other side. So I'm back after doing my face. I have just done a very simple smoky eye. Not done the lower lash line because I wanted to wear a bright lip, and did my highlighter. I used a cream blush and cream contour, and I didn't want to put on too much powder, but it looks like I have finished with a lot of powder because it looks quite seamless like the foundation claims. It looks flawless. It looks very skin-like. Somehow the color has worked out for me because of, you know, probably blending in the concealer and all of that, and also maybe using the regular powder that I do. I'm using the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette on my eyes, and I'm using the Superfan mascara. On my lips, I went in with the Kiko Milano lip pencil in 306 and the Colourpop. I don't remember this collab because it's kind of rubbed off. I use this color a lot, but this is called River with an accent hue on top. I don't know, pardon my French. So I went in with this color. Now let's talk about my final thoughts on this fine foundation. I would recommend it 100% if you can find your color, or if you can make it work for your skin tone. This foundation really feels lightweight. It feels just like I'm wearing moisturizer, but it gives me a seamless finish. It's great for an everyday wear because it is just so affordable at $13. It's non-comedogenic. That means wearing it for long hours is not going to clog your pores or break you out. And it is also very breathable, and it does look very luminous. So I would definitely recommend this foundation. Now, NYX being such an amazing brand, I wish they had done more than 12 shades, maybe extended till 20, because this is going to sell out like hotcakes. I believe it also comes with 2 kinds of primers and a setting spray. Now I have enough primers and I kind of stick to my basics, and I also have plenty of setting sprays, so I didn't go in with that, but apparently it goes on really well with the gel primer that it comes with. So do check it out, and if you don't want to buy it, then probably get yourself a sample or something. But without all of that good stuff, also this foundation performs equally well. I would definitely ask you to go out and get it if you're on a hunt for a light foundation, which is also easy on the pockets. Now $13, that's amazing, because you wouldn't get this kind of finish if you weren't paying like $39 or $38 or $40 for like a NARS Sheer Glow or something similar with the probably even $66 for the Giorgio Armani Luminous Skin Foundation. Now this gives you all of that good stuff in $13. I think I've said that. Anyway, coming back to this foundation, I love it. It wore really well for 9 hours through a whole busy day of doing chores, running around in probably 28 degrees centigrade weather, where I was at the grocery store, I was at the recycling center, I was also getting my car washed. So I think it wore really well. So I would probably insert like a close-up clip from after I've worn it for a couple of hours, maybe about 8-9 hours, and I would also put in a close-up clip of how it looks right away. So I hope you really enjoyed this two-part video where I did a 1 full day of wear test. Now I didn't want to do the wear test while I was sitting at home and not doing anything. So that's why I did the wear test before I actually did this wear on test. I hope you appreciate that, because it really shows everything that it went through. Now this immediately, maybe it's been half an hour since I've put this face on, and immediately I think it looks fantastic, but it does oxidize over the day when you're sweating and when your skin is kind of changing and you're exposed to sun, whatever. So it does become darker, but I am quite happy with that because it gives me a very nice sun-kissed look. Those are my final thoughts. So let me know what you think about this video. Let me know if you want to see more reviews. I'd be happy to do that, and yeah, I will see you next time then. Ciao.